Welcome to the Hockey Night in Canada Punjabi YouTube channel, where I have a special guest today. You've seen the news about him. He's newly signed to the Vancouver Canucks organization, the first ever South Asian to lead the WHL in scoring. Surrey BC's own Arshdeep Bains. Arshdeep, how are you?
Good. Thank you for having me.
No, of course, awesome to have you on, and congratulations first and foremost. You got the pro deal. How did that feel when it was all signed and delivered?
Yeah, it was super special. My family's kind of known for a little bit before it got announced, and they were just trying to keep it to themselves, which was pretty hard. But it was a really special day, and I'm glad everybody was happy for me.
Well, you've had an unbelievable season in Red Deer, and we'll get into that. But you are a Surrey product, a Vancouver product. How does it feel to sign with your hometown club, the club that you cheered for when you were a young kid?
Yeah, it's probably the best thing that a kid could dream of when they start playing hockey is watching their hometown team and always cheering for them and just always imagining what it would be like to play in the NHL or make it. And for me to get the opportunity to play in my hometown, it's super special.
So take us back now. You had you and your agent Harky Singh were obviously going through the various teams, a number of teams that were interested in signing you. What about the Canucks was that made this perfect?
Yeah, like I said, it's just every kid dreams of wanting to play for their hometown team. And when I found out that they were interested in me and they wanted to sign me, it was almost like I couldn't say no. It was super easy, super special, and I loved it, and I'm super excited. Really, that's about it.
And I know from covering the Canucks every single day on Sportsnet 650 in Vancouver as well, there's a lot of people that are very excited to see you eventually, put on those Canucks colors, whether it's in the AHL or the NHL one day, and make it happen. Let's talk about the journey, because what I think makes your story really cool to see is obviously for Hockey Night in Canada Punjabi, we have the Punjabi angle, the South Asian community angle, but even beyond that, your journey hasn't been an easy one, right? You went undrafted in the WHL draft, you went undrafted in the NHL draft, but you still get that pro contract. In that moment, as along that journey, obviously ups and downs, but how did you get through those downs? Because I imagine as a young man, it's not easy to walk away from either one of those drafts and say, all right, where do I go from here now?
Yeah, absolutely. I thought I had a good opportunity to get drafted into the Western League. That didn't happen. I got Brent Sutter, my Rebels GM and coach at the time before, when he asked me to come to camp and just take a look at his team, and I came, and it was perfect for me. I thought he had everything set up in Red Deer that develops into professional hockey players, and it was pretty easy for me to choose Red Deer. So that got me through that. I just kept training. Didn't matter that I didn't get drafted. Like, you can take it two ways. Obviously, you can just quit and be down, but I think it made me stronger. Same with the NHL draft. I kind of knew I wasn't going to get drafted, so it wasn't some sort of surprise, but I still kept with it. I knew I could still make it, hopefully one day, that if I just keep practicing and training and just trusting the coaches and all the people around me to push me and make me better. And then this year, it just kind of just kept believing in myself, kept getting better every year, and I got the opportunity, and I'm super grateful.
Hearing about your journey, hearing about that road to get where you're at, I noted that in conversations there's a lot of folks that reference your family, and you talked about your family as well. How big of a role have they had for you to get to this level?
Yeah, they're everything to me, and they're super special. It's kind of the big reason why I always wanted to keep getting better. My dad would always tell me how playing in the Western League was like his NHL, and like he's super proud of me. And I play this game because of my dad. I want to be the best player and person I can because he's my biggest role model. And signing this NHL contract is just a dream come true for him. And I'd do anything for him and my mom and all my siblings, grandparents. So basically, I play hockey for my family. I love the game and they love it too. So when I see them cheering for me, it's super special.
Okay, so you talked about your parents, and obviously, having that foundation is so important. Doesn't matter what line of work you're in. I think having that generation acknowledging, the sacrifices they make for us is so huge. But your brothers as well. I noted a couple of them are Canucks fans. I've seen them on Twitter as well. Did they have a sway in where you signed as well? Were they advocating, pushing for the Canucks?
Yeah, my brothers, they love the Canucks, and obviously that also adds on to the decision. They love that team. My family loves it. It's they didn't care where I went. They just want me to be happy and make it to the next level. So they were pumped regardless.
No, that's awesome. And, just having heard, some of the stories and something about your dad as well, just about, the support that they've provided. Awesome to see carrying that into your pro side of your career as well. You know, living and working in Vancouver and growing up in here in this part of the city as well. I know, we all know the Punjabi community. There's a large Punjabi community. There's individuals that have come through the ranks, the Robin Bawas of the world. You're kind of that next chapter of the next generation of pro players coming from, especially the city of Surrey. What does it mean for you to rep the Punjabi community from Surrey?
Yeah, so that's another aspect of what makes it so special. I know all the South Asians and the Punjabi people that look up to me now, and they're all from Surrey, and everybody's they're super excited, getting a lot of messages. It's important that they have role models that they can look up to, and if I can be that for some, it's everything to me.
So this list of players from Surrey is getting pretty good. Janda Keta, obviously Chicago Blackhawks, right? We got Brendan Dillon, hard-nosed defenseman in Winnipeg. Tristan Jarry, Pittsburgh starting goaltender. He's got some Vezina shouts as well. So, I know we can be, Surrey's got a bad rep over the years for various reasons, but when it comes to hockey, when it comes to the thriving community and how we're seeing some of the brightest minds, not only in hockey, but in business, the young generation coming out, it feels like a really special place to be right now and come out of that city.
Yeah, absolutely. Those are some great names, and I'm sure there's gonna be more coming. It's a great hockey community. Lots of kids playing hockey. See them on the streets and the rinks. There's always something about just wanting to play in Surrey. It's super special. Everybody, I know, like the hockey shop right by the Sky Station right there, and the rinks right next to it. So, not sure what that is exactly. It's but it's just everybody wants to play hockey in Surrey. I see it all the time, and it's a growing community, and I think it'll just keep growing.
Yeah, we're seeing it with the next generation as well, where, maybe even for me, I'm a little bit older than you are, but, it was tougher for my generation to get involved with the game, but it's awesome to see my generation now have their kids, and you're seeing that real explosion of the next generation of players. So, you talked about how your journey a little different, obviously, with, not getting drafted into WHL, not getting drafted into the NHL, but 2019, 2020, it's when really it started to click for you. What was the difference? What clicked for you?
I think just honestly, I thought I was improving every year, so not too much of a difference. Just knowing that I can coming into these last 2 years, just confident, like just ready to make an impact, just be a good player for Red Deer, knowing that the dream's not over, that there's always opportunities, and just kept developing. I owe it to all the people that believed in me, because they really kept me going, and just basically just kept improving, and not too much of an impact, or not too much of a change throughout the years, just trying to get better, if that answers your question.
Yeah. And, playing for Brent Sutter, you referenced him before as well. This is the Sutter name is one that is synonymous with hockey, obviously, him and his brothers, but even their kids beyond that. What kind of impact did he have on your career and just your development as a player?
Yeah, he's one of the biggest mentors I have. He believed in me from the start when he first met me, and gave me that opportunity to go out and show myself. And he's basically one of the biggest reasons I am where I am and who I am today. So I owe it to him, and he'll always be there for me for the rest of my life.
Awesome. Have you been invited up to the farm in Viking? Have you made it up to the farm yet?
Not yet. I haven't asked, but I'm sure you would love to have me there.
All right, maybe that's an off-season trip. Actually, a couple of days ago, Connor Bedard made a comment about you, and he was asked about playing against you, and he did praise you. So I want to ask a question about the highly sought after prospect as well. He respects your game when he plays against you. What do your reaction to the young man, speaking highly of you, because he's probably going to go first overall in a couple of years, and beyond that, what can you tell us about playing against him?
Yeah, he's a super special player. Obviously, we've known that. He's got absolute, his potentials through the roof, and he'll for sure go first overall. when I saw that he made those comments, it was nice to hear. I know I skate with him a little bit in the summer, so he's been with me a little bit, and playing against him, it's obviously a challenge. We their team's not having the best year this year, but he's always effective on the ice and hard to play against. So I took that thanking him basically. It was a nice comment he made about me.
That's awesome. And, it's something in the future as well. I'm sure he's going to be in the NHL pretty soon here. You got a couple of years maybe as well. Hopefully we'll be seeing you in Vancouver and Abbotsford very soon. We're going to have some fun here. We've talked about your journey. We've talked about the success that you're having and what clicked, and obviously important things like the family. But let's have some rapid fire kind of fun questions. Who is your favorite player in the NHL right now?
Right now, my favorite player would have to be maybe Johnny Gaudreau.
Johnny Gaudreau, yeah, he's lighting it up right now. In terms of, is it strictly the playmaking? Because he's added that 200-foot game to his career as well, right? Like this year, he's taken that step to the next level.
Yeah, I just love the way he sees the ice, plays with the puck. I think he's always fun to watch, which I like to see.
Awesome. Okay, you talked about being a Canucks fan, growing up in Surrey. Favorite Canuck growing up and why?
I'd say Ryan Kessler. There's a couple other names, but I'd say he was my favorite growing up. I chose my number 17 when I was younger after him, and I think he was just a huge impact on the city and on the team, and helping them with their cup run. And he was a huge player for us.
And he brought a little swagger for the Canucks as well, right? Kevin BX, Alex Burrows, they all brought that. Hey, you got to have some nice guys on the team, and players that were super elite like the Sedins, but need some attitude in that team as well. Was that a part of it as well, where a guy that plays hard, but just being an agitator and somebody that you don't want to go up against?
Yeah, absolutely. They had it all. They had it all. They had the chance to win the cup, and they were super fun to watch. And I think he had that other side to his game, and which was also fun to watch. So he was one of my favorite players.
Okay, so you've got the offensive skill. We know it. We see the stats. We see the rankings. You and your teammate, of course, going back and forth the 1-2 spots all year long. Playing against you, when you talk about moving forward and being a pro player, what's it like to play against Arshdeep Bains now, and what will it be like maybe in 2 years?
Yeah, I think just I want to have the puck. I want to make plays. Want to play in the ozone. Basically, just play with the puck, make plays, and try getting scoring chances is probably what you'd see out of me in the next couple of years. You probably see a little bit more of a 200-foot game, D zone, just doing whatever it takes really to move on to the next level.
All right, awesome. Let's keep that rapid fire thing going. First thing you do when you get home back to Surrey?
First thing I do when I get back home.
You can be honest here too, Arsh.
Probably go to the Gurdwara with my mom.
Great answer. Excellent answer.
Yeah.
Awesome. What's your pregame meal? Your go-to?
At home, it's rice or chicken or pasta and chicken. On the road, it's always pasta and chicken.
Okay. All right. Pasta is number one, I think, for a lot of hockey players as well. You got a carbo load before the game. All right. We're talking about, Hockey Night in Canada, Punjabi. This is we're talking on the show and of course the YouTube channel. Is there any Punjabi music on your pregame playlist?
No, not right now.
No? Okay.
There's none right now.
We'll set you up with some songs when you come back to Vancouver in the off season. Okay, what artists are on your playlist right now? Do you have what do you listen to pregame?
It mixes up usually whatever's new. Not too superstitious, but it's usually it's got to probably be rap or pop, something like that.
Okay, awesome. Well, awesome chatting with you. Congratulations, not only to you, but I know how this is a huge deal for the community. But this is awesome to see your progress over the years. You not taking those those situations where you weren't drafted. Your journey just kept on going, and congrats to you and your family. And this is going to be an awesome thing to watch from a distance as well. So thank you very much for joining us, and good luck in the future. We'll see you soon.
Okay, thank you for having me.